Hello students, Chapter 4 Reproductive Health. In this video number 4, today we are going to talk about infertility. In video number 3, I had talked about STDs. If you have not seen my previous videos, do see it. Then only you will understand what infertility is. So, what is infertility? Let us talk about infertility. It is the inability to produce children in spite of unprotected sexual cohabitation. Now, what are the reasons of infertility? There can be many reasons for infertility. There can be physical reason, congenital, that means from very birth. If the couples are into drugs, immunological reasons, or even psychological reasons. Let us understand what is immunological reason for infertility. Now, it is of infertility where one or both the partners may have anti-sperm immune reaction. What are anti-sperm immune reaction? These are some antibodies produced by the immune system which do not allow fertilization. Then there can be psychological infertility. Psychological infertility means infertility due to stress. If any person is under stress or in depression, will show infertility. Now, if the couples are infertile, then they can be assisted to have children by a special technique called assisted reproductive technology or ART. Now, what is before studying ART? Let me tell you, there are two types of fertilization. One is in vitro fertilization and one is in vivo fertilization. In vitro fertilization, when the fertilization takes place outside the body. And in vivo fertilization, it is the normal fertilization when the fertilization takes place inside the body. Now, please don't get confused with in vitro fertilization with external fertilization. It is fertilization outside the body in a medium which is very much similar conditions with the inside of the body. That is in vitro. Now, this ART or assisted reproductive technology can be studied. They have four methods: test tube baby programs, gamete intrafallopian transfer, intracytoplasmic sperm injection, and artificial insemination. Let us first talk about test tube baby program. I was just now telling you about in vitro fertilization. In vitro fertilization, it is a method where the ova from the wife or the donor, that is the female, and the sperm from husband or the donor are collected and it is induced to form zygote under simulated condition in the laboratory. Outside the body, the fertilization takes place, but the conditions are similar as that of one's body. Now, after in vitro fertilization, always in vitro fertilization is followed by embryo transfer. Now, embryo transfer is of two types. One is ZIFT, zygote intrafallopian transfer, or IUT, intrauterine transfer. So, after IVF, that means after the zygote is being formed outside the body in the simulated condition in the laboratory, if this zygote is transferred at 8 blastomere stage. Now children, the zygote will start cleavage, will start dividing. It will form blastomeres. This you have studied in chapter 3. Now, if it is transferred at 8 blastomere stage, then it is transferred in the fallopian tube. Then you call it as zygote intrafallopian transfer. But if you transfer the embryo with more than 8 blastomere, then it is transferred in the uterus and you call it as intrauterine transfer. Now, even embryos formed by in vivo fertilization can also be used for such transfers. Now, suppose there is a lady, a female, who cannot conceive. Fertilization cannot take place in her fallopian tube. So, fertilization can take place in somebody else's body and then the embryo can be transferred to this female. So, even in vivo fertilization can be used for such transfers. Now we come to gamete intrafallopian transfer, the second method of art. In this transfer, the name itself is suggesting gamete intrafallopian transfer. We have to transfer the gamete beta. So this gamete is collected from a donor and transferred into the fallopian tube of a female who cannot produce the gamete but can provide suitable environment for fertilization. The female cannot produce the gamete but can provide suitable environment for fertilization. So we take the gamete from some other woman, some donor, and transfer it to her fallopian tube. Then you call it as gamete intrafallopian transfer. Now next we come to intracytoplasmic sperm injection. In this procedure, what do? We take the sperm, we take a micro injection and inject the sperm into the ovum to form the zygote. Then that zygote divides to form the embryo. Then that embryo can be transferred either by the way of ZIFT, which you have studied just now, or IUT. But here the sperm is directly injected into the cytoplasm of the ova. Now, artificial insemination. It is a method where the semen is collected from the husband or from the healthy donor and is artificially introduced into the vagina or into the uterus. If you put it in the uterus of the female, you call it as intrauterine insemination or IUI. Now, this technique is used in cases where the male is unable to inseminate or the sperm counts are very, very low. In both the cases, artificial insemination is used. With this, we finish the chapter. All the 4 videos I have uploaded, you can go through it. Thank you.